Alright guys, this is a few clips that I got off of a Netflix documentary called The Pyramid Code. That's what I'm giving the video credit to. But I think I have the answer to the pyramids, and I'm going to tell you right now that I think they are machines to pull water up from the ground, essentially through the ground, using the ground table and using the moon as gravitational pull, using the moon's gravitational pull to affect the ground table to get it in, to get the water level into the lowest chamber. And then what they did was they lit certain parts of the pyramid chambers on fire, and what that did was create a vacuum to pull the water up and through the rest of the pyramid. And I think the reason that's important is because in the Bible, one of the plagues was that God turned all of the Nile River into blood, and the most important thing for Egypt would have been for them to get clean drinking water, because all of their clean drinking water was turned to blood. And the only way they could have done that was to dig into the ground and to let that blood flow through 3 feet of water and to collect the water from the ground. The reason why the moon is important, like in this picture right here, is the moon, like I said earlier, pulled the ground table up to a higher level, and that's why they would track it. Like in this next one, see the lines where the moon at different parts of the year and the sun rise. That's important because then they know what pyramid to focus on. And right here is some of the pictures of the chambers, and that's, I don't know, the first time I saw it I was like, oh, I know exactly what that is. They're trying to pull the water up from the ground, and they're using the hot air to make a vacuum inside the pyramid. And it's important because they built it right next to the Nile River, and the Nile River would create a water table, and the dirt and sediment in between the Nile and the pyramids would clean the blood into clean drinking water, which would then, feed the area the pyramids were around, and provide plants and food for the animals. And I think that's why these chambers are so smooth and made out of certain style rocks, because I think all the chambers were meant to hold water. And later in this video there's a few pictures that I think represent that as well. But like right here, to me that looks like a canal check, and like, it kind of shows walkways down into where water would easily be able to rise through there. And it just looks like water is always flowing around these pyramids. I mean, that just looks like obvious, like water flowed down there. And then, I think with water, pressure, and sand, they could use a hydroblaster to make clean cuts like this. And all they'd have to do is put a rock on a table and spin it in a circle with pressure, sand, and water. You could make clean cuts like that and make circular shapes like that, and wouldn't have to be too advanced. Just simply with a hydroblaster, kind of like how a pressure washer works without electricity. And then right here, it looks like the guy's handing them 2 things of water. And right here, I don't know the symbolism in water here, but they're always oh, right, dude, camels in a line? Like, come on. That's like super obvious. This one, animals in a line, I don't know. Whenever I see animals in a line, they're always lined up for water or food. So, and like right here, I don't know, it kind of looks like all the water's running down into the human being, which is our most valuable resource. It would make plenty sense if that's what they were trying to say. That's what I'm getting. And then right here, this is obvious. Look at the human holding the water. Look at the crops growing out of the water. Look at this, the shapes that they did inside the water. I mean, dude, this is just a picture of plants. I mean, how do plants grow? You need water. I feel like they're just like pointing towards water in every picture. Right here, it looks like they're like carrying the moon, and that was important because the moon controlled what level the water was in the ground. And like a boat on land, the guy's like carrying a boat.
He'd make it so his
So,
paid for the dating.
sorry about that. And then this guy's like pouring water and holding the moon behind this guy's head. I mean, dude, look at this. This is perfect symbolism for what I'm trying to say. Oh. And then right here, I don't know exactly what this one says, but that looks like a lot of water to me. And this one looks like the moon, and they made it blue because the moon controls the water. And then all the animals are in the blue moon, which is the water. I don't know. And then right here, the guy's sitting in the moon, and the moon's sitting in the water, and the water's like part of the man. I don't know, it's super symbolism. You guys tell me what you think. I hope you don't think I'm crazy. Thanks.